the people who were on extreme sides a few months ago, today we are speaking as though we are very long-time brothers and sisters and friends. That is the beauty of our country, that when circumstances demand, we close ranks as a people, we forge alliances as a people, we build bridges as Kenyans, and we work together for the greater good of our nation. I know some people, ask questions. What happens to us? Those of us in Bungoma who voted overwhelmingly for this administration. This country, God designed it in a way that all of us can belong. And whatever is in Kenya, if we work together, we can bake a bigger cake that all of us can be satisfied. Those who want to preach to us sectarian, ethnic, parochial, regional politics will not succeed in this country.
I was with you in Nyanza, Your Excellency. The excitement that we saw in Nyanza, our people in Western, tujipange pia. Lazima tujipange. Politics is about competition.
And I want to thank you for the conclusion of the program on Kenya's rural roads, the intelligence transport system that has now been concluded, and the progress that has been made on our technical vocational equipment program, Boster Dam, the Nairobi Northern Bypass, and the Muthaiga Kiambu bypass programs that have already, we've made very good progress, and hopefully we should be able to conclude. Thank you.
Summit. China and Kenya have always been the leaders. Together, we have put in place a number of flagship connectivity projects, giving a strong boost to economic and social development in the region and bringing benefits to our two peoples. Recently, we just held the third plenary session of the 20th CPC Central Committee, laying out a strategic plan for comprehensively deepening reform to advance Chinese modernization. Mr. President, under your leadership, Kenya is also pressing ahead in its economic reform and transition. China wishes to take the opportunities presented by the summit to further align our development strategies and take our comprehensive strategic and cooperative partnership to new heights.
Thank you very much for welcoming me to China and for the hospitality extended to me and my delegation. It is an occasion, Your Excellency, to thank you also for convening FOCAC, the all-important forum that brings China and Africa together. It is also an important opportunity for Kenya-China Comprehensive Partnership Agreement, a strategic partnership that is based on a people-to-people engagement framed on programs that are mutually beneficial between our two countries and based on mutual respect and trust. Your Excellency, let me commend your leadership of the South-South cooperation that brings together many developing countries, and to specifically point out the relationship between Kenya and China. As you know, Your Excellency, I was here last year for the BRI summit. And I want to thank you for the conclusion of the program on Kenya's rural roads, the intelligence transport system that has now been concluded, and the progress that has been made on our technical vocational equipment program, Boster Dam, the Nairobi Northern Bypass, and the Muthaiga Kiambu bypass programs that have already, we've made very good progress, and hopefully we should be able to conclude.
Kenya deserves better, and we can do it. Najua ni ngumu kuzalisha speaker kama mimi, lakini inawezekana. Ni ngumu kuzalisha rais kama Kibaki, lakini tunaweza. Kwa sababu tuko na watu tumesomesha, ni watu wa kutosha. Sasa uamuzi, the decision that will make a difference rests upon us. Tukichagua wahalifu, tukichagua walaghai, tukichagua wezi, haitabadilika. Hiyo ni ukweli. Na mkumbuke, nyang'au ni nyang'au. Nyang'au habadiliki. Sasa, tukiangalia kati ya wale wanataka kuwania urais, kuna wengine wamepewa nafasi. They have been given an opportunity to serve.
Just that part, just your question. No. I want to find out something. I think we should be very clear on this. Why did you force an accused out of hospital?
Because
accused who is sick. No, I'm asking. He's on his feet.
Your Honor, we didn't want to take chances.
Which chances? I'm driving somewhere. Which chances?
We did not. We
so you feared that he would run away?
No. That would be adverse to him in the circumstances.
Mr. Murkomen, do you know why I'm smiling? I know you don't practice in our courts. Yes. There's an authority from Machakos that each individual right of an accused is considered singularly, even if they are charged together. Yeah? Which means absence of an accused person cannot deter the rights of other accused persons. So, your fear was unfounded. I can tell you from where I sit. So you didn't have to disturb a sick person from hospital.
A day ago, 12 people just lost their lives like that in Nithi Bridge. But surprisingly, do you know 2 years ago, Ruto alikuwa ashatenga pesa ya kutengeneza Nithi Bridge. He had gone there, same time kulikuwa watu wengine pia walikuwa wamekufa. Akaenda kuambia nishatenga pesa ya kutengeneza Nithi Bridge. In fact, inaanza kesho. Na tunaongea na minister kesho. Just listen to this video so that you can understand the type of a man you have as a president. Just listen.
Nithi itakoma kuua wananchi wa hapa Meru na Tharaka Nithi na sehemu hii. Tayari tuko sasa katika hiyo mpango yetu ya budget ya mwaka huu. Pesa ya kubadilisha ile bridge na hata barabara isiwe inapitia mahali ambapo iko na matatizo kiasi ile. Na jana tumeketi chini na viongozi wenu wakiongozwa na governor na tumekubaliana wanakutana na waziri wetu kesho ili tukubaliane ile survey ilifanyika kama ndio itatumika ama tutapanga upya ili tuhakikisha kwamba tusifanye makosa tena.
Isiolo County Assembly has got a leadership crisis. We cannot condemn all the members of the County Assembly, but the leadership of this assembly, particularly the speakership.
Sisi kama County Assembly ambayo tunafaa kuwa ni the primary oversight authority katika county government. Hatujaona kama hii county government iko na shida. na sijui watu wanatoka Nairobi, watu wanatoka Eldoret, wengine wanatoka Homa Bay huko mbali, wanakuja hapa alafu within 2 hours wanasema hii serikali ni serikali imekufa. Ama waliandikiwa script wakaambiwa wasome tu maneno. Mimi kama speaker ya Isiolo County Assembly, hakuna report mbaya katika executive imetufikia, and the leader of majority hapa.
Mr. Speaker, are those utterances attributed to you?
Yes, Chair, those are my utterances.
Would you explain the context?
Well, I think I'm here as the Chair of the County Assembly Service Board, not as the Speaker of the Isiolo County Assembly.
You cannot be Chair if you're not the Speaker. Those two roles are joined at the hip.
Speaker should tell us whether he is working for the county executive or he is working for the county assembly. And as a speaker, naturally, the speaker should be neutral because county assembly or parliament has both sides of the aisle.
The last time they appeared before the Public Accounts Committee, Mr. Speaker, we had to ask the Speaker for Isiolo to apologize for utterances that he made in public, failure to which he would be ejected from the meeting. He chose not to apologize, and we subsequently ejected him.
Will only take an apology and a retraction that is in writing. I will therefore modify the provisions of Standing Order 121 and direct that the Speaker vacates the presence of Senate and the presence of Parliament until and when he shall tender a written retraction and apology to the Senate. We shall also submit to the whole House a motion conveying this decision, where we'll be calling on the House to ensure that the Speaker does not appear before any other committee or any other service of the Senate until and when that retraction and apology is tendered in writing. I therefore instruct the Sergeant-at-Arms to make sure that the Speaker is led out of Parliament, and this meeting will not proceed until the Sergeant-at-Arms have reported that the Speaker is outside the presence of Parliament.
Go for prayers.
And in his mind, he thought that that would stop us from proceeding with the scrutiny. We went ahead with the scrutiny because the clerk was there, and we uncovered gross violations, Mr. Speaker, of the PFM. A county assembly reporting close to 96 million shillings as other payments without justification or without a breakdown.
Under your schedule of expenditure, you spent 54.7 million and called it other expenses. What are these other expenses that cannot be broken down? 54 million. That is 10% of your budget. Clerk, can you offer an explanation? 10% of your budget was just described as other payments. What are these other payments that you guys do in Isiolo that cannot fit in the chart of accounts? In the prior year, it was 60 million. In your statement of receipts and payments, and I can see you are a signatory there, Clerk of the Assembly, Salad Boru Guracha, Accountant Abdullahi Kalthum Nuna.